The cause of death for Mr. Gene Hackman, aged 95 years, is hypertensive and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, with Alzheimer's disease as a significant contributory factor.
Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Heather Jarrell saying Friday that the autopsy examination, along with a full postmortem CT exam, showed Hackman had severe heart disease, including multiple surgical procedures involving the heart and evidence of prior heart attacks. Authorities saying Hackman likely died on February 18th, since that is when his pacemaker showed its last activity. Hackman's wife, Betsy Arakawa, officials say likely died about a week earlier on February 11th from a rare infectious disease.
The cause of death for Miss Betsy Hackman, aged 65 years, is Hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. The manner of death is natural. Hantavirus infection is characterized by flu-like symptoms consisting of fever, muscle aches, cough, sometimes vomiting and diarrhea that can progress to shortness of breath and cardiac or heart failure and lung failure. This occurs after a 1 to 8 week exposure to excrement from a primarily particular mouse species.
According to officials, Hackman tested negative for hantavirus, but it appeared that he had been home with his deceased wife for a week before he passed away himself.
He was in an advanced state of Alzheimer's, and it's quite possible that he was not aware that she was deceased.
The dog, named Xena, who was found in a crate in the bathroom, is also being examined for cause of death. Police say on February 9th, Arakawa had picked Xena up from a veterinary hospital.
There was a procedure that was done with the dog, which may explain why the dog was in a crate at the residence.
The investigation shedding further light on the timeline before their deaths. Authorities say on February 11th, Arakawa engaged in multiple activities, sending an email in the morning, going to the farmer's market, a pet food store, and a pharmacy before heading home. There's no record of activity after that. Officials say through the end of 2024, 136 hantavirus infections have been found in New Mexico residents over 50 years, with 5 in Sante Fe County. 42% of infections in New Mexico were fatal. Hackman and his wife were found on February 26. Their deaths have garnered widespread interest for their unusual nature, but police say the investigation is now nearing its end, with final cell phone records and a cause of death for the dog still to be determined. For City News, I'm Erica Natividad.